Here we go. All right. We're here on the tier list now. So,
Are we?
yeah. All right. Stream is up. Prepare for tier list.
Okay.
Copy that.
Coco Roba. Okay, let me just get my thing
Oh
real quick.
God. Oh no. The first country.
Stream it through the Discord, bro.
What do you mean stream
I
it
can
through
actually.
Discord? Wait, what? Oh.
You can stream it to the.
Your YouTube streams are behind, and I'm like on my phone now, so I can.
Okay, so you want me to stream?
I want to watch it on Discord when I know what you're talking about is because that kind of threw in like every other tier list.
All right.
I had to be like, wait, I gotta let it sit.
Alright. Screen. Boom.
Scooby. Ah! Here we go. We got it, hold on.
Scooby dipshit. Do. What?
There we go. All right.
Who said
Is
that?
that right?
Start my.
Yeah, you see, here we
You're
have
not
only
gonna
the
screen
most,
record.
we have only the most child-friendly
And start recording.
content.
Which
Okay,
one
never
is
mind. It's
Afghanistan?
Yes, it's
How do we even rate Afghanistan?
That's a very interesting country to start off with.
Afghanistan.
Well, you see, it's basically never been conquered.
That is a very intricate one.
Because,
No, because the terrorist groups, but
yeah, but they've
Well,
still,
who-
like, never
or
been...
not so nice individual groups.
I mean, every empire that's tried to invade them has collapsed right after failing to invade them. Like, the British Empire invaded them, they collapsed. The Soviet Union invaded them, they collapsed, like, 10 years later. And we invaded them. Waiting for the collapse on America, though.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we should emphasize what we're rating them off of because
just like a...
I don't understand what all we're factoring in.
There's just a lot of factors to consider, but mostly like how successful they've been in history, whether like how like much land they've conquered, like their ability to stay independent and stuff.
We'd have to put them in at least one of the top 4 tiers.
They are pretty good. They're pretty good at staying independent. They're one of the few countries that's like never been conquered. So
Yes.
I feel like that's a worthy S rank.
yeah, oh boy.
I mean, first S rank here is that Albania?
Albania, okay. Albania, very base country.
Albanian virus.
Bro, we're already in the Balkans. The Balkans are actually insane. The amount of like people will literally live like 2 villages away from each other and like want to like ethnically cleanse each other. It is unreal. The Balkans is like a comical region of the world.
It's like a cartoon almost.
And out of the comical region, Albania is super crazy because when the Ottoman Empire ruled all of the Balkans, Albania revolted against the Ottomans alone. And actually, like, beat the Ottomans, like, 10-1 in, like, a whole bunch of battles. Where, like, the Ottomans outnumbered them 10-1. But the, like, god-tier king, Skanderberg, literally just kept defeating the Ottomans and just humiliating them. So, Albanians are insanely patriotic. They will kill you, and they're super based.
A tier.
Yeah. Pretty epic country. They did get eaten by the Ottomans for a while, though. They have not been independent that much.
Algeria.
Algeria.
Algeria. Yeah, I knew that.
Algeria is one of those countries where it's like they didn't really exist until they like were decolonized.
They didn't exist until they did.
Yeah, because like before they've basically just spent their entire history being part of larger empires. Like, they were part of, like, several different Islamic caliphates, and then eventually they ended up becoming part of France for a long time, until they became Algeria.
So basically what you're telling me is that they haven't been incredibly, like, independent at all until, like, recent times?
They basically haven't been independent really much at all. They've basically been only part of other empires that have capitals in other parts of the world. So...
I'd
not been
probably
independent.
put those in like a D tier.
Yeah, not
D tier country, bro.
maybe even like
Can you-
here, like.
Well, actually, yeah. If we're going off of that principle, and they haven't really been heavily independent, I feel like it'd be an E tier country.
All right, Andorra. Okay, Andorra.
Never heard of Andorra.
As you can see, this is one of the city states, so it is pathetically tiny. So, not very.
Not that much going for it already.
Yeah, it has like nothing going for it except for the fact that it has been independent for like a super long time. Like, and I'm pretty sure Andorra has literally been independent for. Well, I don't think it's been 1,000 years, but it's been like hundreds and hundreds of
It's been
years.
a while.
Like Andorra's been independent for a long time, but yeah. So they've been an independent
But it's
city-state.
so small. That's all what like lowers them though is the fact that they're just so tiny.
Yeah, they've basically done nothing in history, like at all. They just kind of sat there. It's like a
I
tiny.
feel like that'd be a B.
It's like a
I feel
tiny.
like B tier would be right.
B. It hasn't really done like anything though, because the thing.
Well, true. It's a city-state. It can't conquer.
Like the thing is, like, it hasn't done any. It's kind of a similar situation to Algeria, kind of, except like they've been independent longer, but they have way less going for them like now than like Algeria is like an actual country. This is just a city. Like.
Right.
Yeah, like this is like not even really a country. So the city-states, it's a city-state. Like it's not even really a full-on country. Like it's a town. Like you can walk across the town in like less than an hour. Like, yeah.
I getcha.
Okay, now we have Angola.
Angola.
Angola was a Portuguese colony in Africa. So once again, another place that basically all of Africa suffers from the problem of being not really existing and independent for like ever, you know? Like there was, you know, some disconnected native tribes at one point. But the country, it's like an actual country there, never really existed until after it was colonized. So it's like an actual country has only existed there since being decolonized, and it doesn't really have much of a history to speak of.
Right.
So I think most of these are probably just gonna. I mean, it's a similar situation to Algeria, really. Armenia. This is an interesting one. Armenia is very, very, very ancient country. I'm pretty sure Armenia actually in like the ancient world actually had an empire at one point of itself, but for the next 1,000 or more years after that, it has been part of empires itself mostly. So,
right.
Like, yeah, it's not like it had something going for it a long time ago, but in more modern times it has not done a ton. Also, there was the Armenian genocide where the Ottomans killed a bunch of Armenians. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we were just talking
I had
about
stuff to
Armenia.
go do.
Yeah, the Armenian genocide and how that happened.
Yeah.
Ancient
Ah.
Yeah, we're talking about Armenia now. Yeah, so Armenia.
We got.
Also, with its borders, it doesn't have like one. It's split up into like multiple different.
Why? What?
Its borders are cursed. It's a travesty there. Yeah, it has a lot of problems with its neighbor Azerbaijan. I'm pretty sure they're actually like fighting each other right now. Like, yeah.
Azerbaijan.
So Armenia, it had something going for it before. I'll put it in like D tier because it did have something going for it in like ancient history, but it hasn't
It
done
was nothing good.
Argentina.
Argentina.
Oh, yo, it's where all the Germans go after they
Oh.
After they lose, big battle.
let's see. I mean, South American country colonized by Spain. It's like it's pretty similar to a lot of other South American countries. South America,
Not really much going for
South
it.
America is very boring. It's like, there was
That's it. Everyone from South America is gonna want us dead.
It's just accurate though, it's basically their history. Unless you live in like Peru, you basically don't have like hardly any history until the Spanish come along. Like,
And then along came Spain.
yeah, Argentina. Yeah, I don't know. I'll maybe put that in like. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a similar. It's another. The country was just colonized and hasn't really done a ton since, or before that. Like, it's a similar situation to a lot of. I feel like a lot of shit is gonna go in this area of the tier list. Then.
Yeah, Australia is certainly going in one of those fields.
Yeah.
I mean, even the wildlife and stuff makes it uninhabitable.
Australia has actually participated in like both world wars though and stuff.
But they did fight a war against flippin' emus and lost.
That is fair.
That is something I have actually read, is that they fought a war against emus and couldn't win.
Yeah, because they ran out of ammo.
And then of course, they run out, or at least several parts of Australia get set on fire like every season.
Yeah, it's kind of
because of a random bushfire. Like, why would you just want to be there?
That is fair. It is actually kind of like a horrible, horrible place to live. And the people
Like, you got all the most dangerous animals that live there. You got freaking horrible bushfires.
Also,
like, it doesn't seem like it's got a lot there.
Also, Australia was literally a prison colony. So, like,
yeah, it's really just got ensnated from British prisoners. I don't want to hear anything.
Literally nothing but descendants of prisoners. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, Austria. Okay, Austria.
Austria. Okay, where are we gonna put this one?
Our favorite historical figures from.
Oh my god. Yeah. So it had the painter.
Kidding crowd. Kitty crowd.
But yeah, they had an empire. They had the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
They did.
And
wasn't that like one of the strongest empires at the time too?
Yeah, it was one of the stronger empires.
Like, weren't they pretty formidable?
They were one of the only European empires that. Well, actually, I think they were like the only European major empire that didn't have any colonies. Mostly because they were too busy dealing with the fact that there was 20 different ethnicities inside their own country. But
no racism. We solved it, guys.
But yeah, so Austria was also the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire for quite a long time.
Ooh.
So
got a lot of clout under it then. The Romans were the most formidable empire of their time.
Austria held down Central Europe for a solid half millennium, pretty good. Pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That. So maybe A tier, I'd say. Pretty solid, but nothing super crazy. Azerbaijan, okay, kind of a similar situation to Armenia, really. I'm gonna put them next to each other, considering they literally fit together. The Bahamas. This is just another colonial thing. I'm gonna probably like half or more of the world's countries are just gonna go in the same freaking tier because they got colonized. Like,
You're colonized.
and the colonized got colonized. Bangladesh. I mean they also got colonized, but yeah, God, I'm just gonna put all the colonized countries in that tier.
That says colonized though. Like, should we make that like H tier or something?
No. I mean,
Yeah, let's put all the colonized in A tier. Why don't we?
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got colonized, that's just kind of like that. It just kind of sucks to be you, honestly. Like,
You fell off.
exactly, man. Like, I mean, because your country wasn't strong enough to defend itself from being colonized, and then it also was colonized for like hundreds of years, and you did not gain independence until they basically got bored and left. Like, it does not look good for your country. It's not a good look to be colonized for like 500-600 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Belarus. Belarus, again, mostly part of other empires. Like, it's part of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, the Russian Empire. In ancient times, I think it was actually somewhat independent, kind of there, but
Really.
a lot of empires have several empires have ruled over it for like 1,000 years or more. So not super great. Probably put that over in D tier with Armenia and Azerbaijan. Belgium, Europe's speed bump.
Yeah.
and also the creators of waffles.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Now,
Just for that's gotta like bulk them up a bit, you know.
Not super garbage country or anything.
No.
To be fair, they have resisted, when they get invaded by the Germans in both world wars.
And that doesn't usually happen.
But yeah, they are still the speed bump of Europe. They had a colony actually. They had the Congo as their colony. So they got some colonialism in too. So that, I mean, I guess that's points for a country.
Yeah.
I mean, they technically had a bit of an empire. So yeah, maybe like C tier.
Yeah.
Belize, a relevant colony, just an irrelevant colony. Like,
haven't heard of them.
Benin, not a colony. There's gonna be so many. You have any idea how many colonies there? Oh, yo, look, Algeria and Benin. I'm pretty sure this actually completes the picture of Africa here. Look at that.
Wait, which one is this? Algeria?
Algeria and Benin. Look how the pictures fit together. It's like it's almost like a perfect thing of Africa there.
I don't like the sound of that.
What?
Why are they all in one spot, Andrew? Are you trying to say something?
What? Hey man, it's not my fault.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's not my fault that like all of Africa got colonized except for like a few countries. And those countries
the reason why.
Those countries are going to be compensated by a higher rank for resisting being colonized because like that is actually really based that they managed to survive. Okay, Bhutan. I'm gonna be honest. Nothing has ever happened in Bhutan. Like, it's very ancient country. It's been independent for a long time, kind of. Mostly because it's just kind of irrelevant to, like, no one want... They're also still basically feudal, like, to this day.
Oh my god, Nick and Age of Empire.
Oh man,
I'm not kidding, Eli.
You did.
Eli, we would play that game, and Nick would be in the feudal age when everyone else was in like the final age.
Oh my god.
Like he was the first time he ever played that game, he was stuck on the feudal age for so.
Jeez.
All right, we got Bolivia. They were colonized. They also were big. Used to be bigger, but they got beat up by their neighbors and lost a bunch of land. That's definitely not, not very cool.
They took their lunch money.
Yeah. Bosnia. Okay, I can't put this one super low because, again, another Balkan country. I will be killed if I put Balkan countries low on this list.
I will be killed.
I will be killed. Let's see. Bosnia. Bosnia's interesting. It's one of only like I think two or basically like two countries in Europe that are actually majority Islamic. The other being Albania, actually. But that's because they were colonized by the Ottomans and they made them Islamic. So, it's not super great there. They were a medieval kingdom at one point though.
Really?
So they did used to actually exist. Let's see, Bosnia. I don't know. I mean, they didn't have an empire or anything. Maybe put them like next to Belgium, maybe.
Do that.
Botswana.
Yeah.
Another area that colonized. This list is just going to really make us understand how much of the world was colonized, because like 80% of these things are just going in the fucking colonized area, like Brazil. Brazil was also colonized, but Brazil is actually a pretty powerful.
But it's still like a country now, though.
Brazil is a powerful country. Like, Brazil is probably actually the most, like, second most powerful country in the Americas after just America, and also definitely the strongest power in South America. So. Also, not Spanish. It was colonized by the Portuguese. So, a little interesting. They're strong now. Not terrible for they've done well for being colonial territory. Maybe
right.
Put them in C with these guys as well.
Frick, Nick's eavesdropping on us.
Oh boy.
And my man just says, "Who's this loser?" Sounds like he plays games such as Hoi 4 and Minecraft with his friends. He's like, they can hear you, Oh, darn it.
Wait, we can get Nick in here.
Why is he here?
Let's get Nick in the call too. Yeah, where is he? Come here.
Oh, let's get his rating, man.
Yeah, let's get him here.
Get in here.
On Critter, we have limited time, pal.
Yeah, Captain Critter.
No, it's not me.
What? Who said that?
Who said that?
Definitely not me. Not me.
Looks around confused, scratches head in confusion.
Confused asterisks.
Hey man, no, you. At least we're not doing that.
I'm gonna do it again.
At least we're not doing that. Like, what is that? Like one tier list that Andrew said last night. What was that one, Andrew? It was like the really bad one.
No.
I feel like
Eli,
that's something we can't say on
up?
YouTube.
Eli,
I'm pretty sure
that is not
Whoopsie
YouTube
doodles.
friendly.
Yeah, I know it's not YouTube friendly.
You cannot be bringing.
Don't bring it up here.
Oh my
That's
God.
nobody knows what it is. Then if I don't say it directly,
You were trying to get one of us to say it directly, bro.
I don't remember what it was called, but I know it was like really freaking grimy.
Oh, Eli, if you remember it, do not shout it out, bro.
If you do that one more
Don't shout
time.
out. You're like, oh wait, I remember. It was the
No.
Vincent demonetized.
All right, Brunei got colonized by the British, actually.
Okay,
Who?
The British.
Brunei.
That's right.
Yeah, never heard of that.
Yeah, let's put them in colonized here. Bulgaria, you are going to Bulgaria.
Ah, yes, Bulgaria.
Also, as you can see from the geographical region it is located in, it is in the Balkans. Therefore, I will get stabbed.
I could say an opinion and get stabbed by like 80 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Therefore, good country hospitality.
Exactly.
They really make your voice heard.
Very friendly people, you know. Also, the country used to be like pretty big in the Balkans, but now it's like a much smaller. So they had kind of an empire in the Balkans a little bit at one point. And they actually went toe to toe with the Byzantines at one point, so that was kind of cool. I believe there was actually a Byzantine emperor who was called like Justinian the Bulgar Slayer or something. Which
Base name.
is super based because his name is literally just I kill Bulgarians. It's a pretty cool history. I'll put him in B tier. B for Bulgaria.
B for
For the
Bulgaria.
Bulg.
We've got another colonized nation, and look at this. Oh my God, it's another colonized country. That's crazy. Oh, here we go. Cambodia. All right, Cambodia technically also colonized, but they also had a crazy dictator named Pol Pot who killed like I think it was like a third of the country's population.
Oh yeah, isn't he the dude that made like the culling fields or something?
Yeah, he made the killing fields, and he killed everyone with glasses, and who was an intellectual, and like basically.
Oh my God, I would be killed like 8 lives over, bro. Jeez.
If you were in Cambodia and you were not a person who was of Cambodian descent, who was like a rice farmer, you were murdered. Like, you had to be a peasant rice farmer. You had to be a Cambodian peasant rice farmer, otherwise you are being murdered. So, that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna put him in C for Cambodia.
That's just based, bro.
That's like, probably one of the craziest dictators ever came from that country, so... Okay, another colonized nation. Canada, America's hat.
America's hat, maple syrup and all that. What is it?
They're pretty chill, but they did some.
They're pretty chill, yeah.
But not in wartime. In wartime, they go crazy. I mean, there was a single Canadian officer who literally captured an entire town in the Netherlands in World War II by himself.
That's right. I remember that guy. Yeah, I've read up on him. That dude was insane. He did. On his own, he captured an entire city.
Canadians, very polite people, but at wartime, you will die. In fact,
yeah, don't let that fool you, man.
In fact, I think there was actually a statistic where Canada has actually not lost a single war ever because they've always picked the winning side.
I play both sides, so then either way, I'll win.
That's pretty awesome. I gotta put him in like B tier for like never losing a war.
That is
just being so, yeah.
I mean, of course, they have created that one legendary human that took over an entire city on his own.
Yeah. Okay.
In one night.
Central African Republic. Okay. Now, you might be wondering why I'm even talking about this and not just slamming this random irrelevant country into colonized tier. Here's the answer. For a brief period in the 70s, this country was known as the Central African Empire and was like the only country in modern history to get rid of their republic and replace it with a monarch.
Oh my god.
So that is it's a super weird, unique chapter in history that bumps them way up on here because there's been like no other country where no
other person's been able to do that recently in recent times.
And then they instituted a monarchy in the 70s. So like we're in like the Vietnam War and stuff. America's fighting against the Soviets with communism stuff in the Cold War. This dude is crowning himself emperor. Like, it's a wacky story.
God bless the beast.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So because of that based story, I'm gonna put them in C as well because their name starts with C. Chad. I mean, to be honest, no one lives in Chad. Nothing has ever happened in Chad.
Giga Chad.
But the name of the country is Chad, and it is like,
Gigas Chadas.
what happens in this country? Who knows? It's literally like in the Sahara Desert. Who knows what goes on in Chad? Like
I've heard like nothing about that frickin' country, dude.
yeah, I don't know what goes on in Chad.
Like nothing happens in that place that's
But I'm
ever
putting it in C tier 'cause it
wrote
starts with
anywhere.
C. Chile.
See, Chile.
It's a nice coastal. It's a coastal
It's a
nation.
weirdly long country. It also there's a nice song. Actually, yeah. There's a dictator called Augusto Pinochet. And he would take his political opponents for free helicopter rides and would then throw them off of the helicopter into the ocean. And that's pretty awesome, honestly. So, yeah.
Why would he do that exactly?
That's one way to do it.
Well,
Eli, why would you need to ask this?
Exactly. He
It's
doesn't
remove
want
your
his
political opponents.
yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, these people want me to not be the leader. Okay, but have fun in the ocean.
Swim with the fishes. Boy, you're gonna swim with the fishes.
What is he, like a mafia don? Is that what he is?
What?
I mean, mafiosos throw people off of bridges. He throws them off of helicopters.
Into the ocean.
Okay, here is all
Off
of
a bridge.
China. This is a big one.
Oh boy, we could get.
Oh man, they've been everywhere. However, they've been like kind of consistent.
Probably one of the most ancient countries in the world. But I mean, one problem China has is literally like every couple hundred years or less, they explode into a million pieces and then spend like 100 or 200 years reforming into China again, just to like blow up again. Like, China cannot stay together for more than like a couple hundred years before they explode, and they've done this a bunch of times. So not the most stable.
This is
country.
consistent.
And every time this happens, like tens or even like hundreds of millions of people die. Like ridiculous amounts of people die in these massive civil wars all the time. It's kind of crazy.
Aren't they fighting like kind of a civil war right now?
They're technically still in a civil war.
Or is there like a couple of uprisings at least?
Well, technically,
Couple rebels.
Technically, they're pretty stable, except for the fact that Taiwan still exists and claims, all of the rest of China, and then the communist China says that Taiwan's still part of them, and So this video this video will not be available in China because I said that. I mentioned excuse me while I mentioned Tibet, the camps that they're keeping the Uyghurs in, Tiananmen Square. Okay, now I'm muted. Anyway,
you're getting hunted. You're getting hunted, bro. There's no way.
What are they gonna do on American soil? You can't do that.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, that's right. They can't.
China #1.
He's safe. He's safe.
Yeah, China, definitely solid country at least like A tier, definitely.
It's got some pretty rich culture.
Colombia.
Yeah.
Colombia it's mostly just a country that was colonized as well.
Colombia.
Okay, that Congo. It's funny because chopping.
It's named
off
after a
hands.
drum. Huh?
What? No, the chopping off the hands because they had the rubber plantations in the Congo, and they would have these villages, and the Belgians, who had their colonial empire in the Congo, would demand quotas of these peasants to give them rubber, and if they didn't meet the quotas, they would cut everyone's hands off in the village. So,
Get the guillotine.
but also, instead of the rubber, you could also give them, pay them in hands. So, in the Congo, there was, like, villages would attack each other and cut each other's hands off, and then give them to the colonial authorities so that they wouldn't cut their hands off.
Huh.
Incredibly brutal.
That's messed up.
Yeah, probably like one of the most brutal colonial occupations ever. Like, kind of crazy.
Well, why exactly was rubber needed in that country?
Well, I mean, you need rubber for a lot of things.
It's
like,
rubber. You can do a lot of things with rubber.
For example,
Rubber bands, rubber bands.
And,
Well, yes. What specifically were they wanting to do?
Tires.
Tires. You know, if you ever driven a car or you know, had a tank, you know, on that needs to be, or
Rubber's
planes,
needed.
You know, have tanks, planes, cars for people. You know, just slightly important.
Like they weren't. I wouldn't say they're too important. They just made up the livelihood of motorized transport as we know it.
Yeah. Anyway, Costa Rica colonized. Croatia, another Balkan country. So you know, don't want to get murdered. Okay. Most notable thing I know about Croatia is the fact that they used to be part of well, actually they were part of the Axis during World War II, and they committed a lot of like genocides in the Balkans during World War II. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll put them in C because all the countries that start with C I'm putting in C tier.
All the ones that start with C are just kind of like mediocre countries.
Yeah. All right, Cuba.
And they've all started with C.
Cuba, you know, got Fidel Castro.
They've had a lot gone on for them. Yeah, I was about to say Fidel
You know,
Castro.
missile crisis. They are way more relevant than they have any right to be. The Spanish-American War was fought in Cuba. They have a lot of relevance to other countries. Like way more than they have, you know, of their own relevance. So, I mean, Americans actually know what Cuba is. Like, that is an impressive.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
So,
considering how few people know about the world outside of the United States.
Okay, Cyprus.
Cuba's got some pretty strong coffee.
Cyprus basically colonized, so, okay, Czech Republic.
Yeah, y'all ever heard of Cyprus? The Czech Republic.
Okay, I was about to say something not YouTube friendly about the Czech Republic. If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I might have known what happened there, actually.
What is it, Eli?
I don't remember, actually. I know something bad happened there.
I think I know about it. I know it was bad, but I don't actually remember it.
I think they were a part of some part of, like, what was it, like Russia or something? Or
Well,
I don't know.
there was Czechoslovakia, which was like a puppet state of the Soviets.
Oh, shoot. That's... Okay, yeah, Czech.
That's what it was, okay.
The one part of my heritage that's a little,
The funny thing is, a lot of people... like, there's still a lot of people nowadays, even, that still call it Czechoslovakia, even though it stopped being Czechoslovakia in, like, 1990. So...
No comment. As a Czechoslovakian, I'm hurt by your words.
Well, it was
I'm just kidding.
It was a union.
Part
Well,
Czech.
Oh, Czech or Slovakian? Because it was a union before.
No, I think I'm pretty sure I'm part Slovakian.
Slovakian, okay. Oh, Mr. Rusko was Slovakian too.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was Slovakian.
Yeah. So that was in a union with this country. But yeah, Czech Republic. I mean, there was the ancient kingdom of Bohemia. That was actually somewhat powerful. But they don't really do much now. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Denmark.
Yes.
Denmark has done
Denmark's
done some stuff. They made Legos.
Oh, okay, S tier.
They made Legos.
They also conquered.
Legos is a staple for like every child in this planet.
Yeah.
I played with Duplo. I'm
Get the
kidding.
fuck out of this call.
I'm kidding. I think I
also,
played with like pretty much these.
They had a very minor colonial empire at like one point, and they also at one point controlled both Norway and Sweden. So
Interesting.
yeah, pretty cool with Denmark. But they
Quirky little nation.
they haven't really done a ton in the past several hundred years, though. They've mostly just sat there and gotten beaten up by Germany. Which is
Please stop.
it's kind of the story of a lot. I mean, like literally in World War II, they
Poland, poor Poland. I don't know where we're gonna put poor Poland.
Yeah, Denmark though. Yeah, literally in World War II, they surrendered to the Germans in less than 6 hours. The Germans
my
declared
God.
war 6 hours.
Hold up, better than the French.
Like it makes the French look like they valiantly fought, you know, to defend the country.
I mean, which they didn't, but that's we don't talk about that for now anyway. We'll get there when we get there.
We don't talk about France.
But yeah, Denmark they did stuff, but like yeah, I'll just put them in C tier as well. Not super. Okay,
Bro, if enlisted puts me on the Soviets one more time.
Huh.
If I hear Soviet one more
One
time.
time, I'm going to tell Hitler.
Oh, okay, this is also the Congo, which we've already talked about.
I'm gonna tell Joseph Stalin.
I'm gonna tell Joseph Stalin.
Joseph Stalin.
Oh, Egypt. Okay,
He's gonna do a thing or two.
Egypt.
Oh.
They got pretty good pyramids, I suppose.
Egypt in ancient times. Oh my God. Egypt in ancient times. Egypt in ancient times. We're talking pretty awesome. You know, pyramids, pharaohs, all that crap. You know, powerful empire.
They were wild.
But
While ago.
more modern times, unfortunately, they've mostly been part of other colonial empires. You know, like
They've been kind of irrelevant. You don't really hear much out of them nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, the last time they were actually independent was in like I think like the 1500s under like the Mamelukes, and they were like. Yeah, not very strong. And they ended up getting colonized by the Ottomans and then the British. So
Gee.
they kind of fell off.
It's
with
always
that.
colonization, man.
But yeah, they had a really awesome history before that. So I'm gonna put them in A because of the ancient history stuff, which is basically what they
Valid.
Okay, this beep colonized Estonia. You know, actually, Estonia is kind of one of those things where it has also been colonized, even though it's in Europe. Like, it's just been part of a bunch of empires. Oh, okay, here we go. Finally, you know, just toss a couple more things into this tier. There we go. Okay. Ethiopia. Ethiopia.
Ah, the Ethiopia.
Very cool because Ethiopia is one of two countries in Africa that were not colonized.
Interesting.
The only other one you could even consider not colonized is Liberia, even though that was actually kind of an American colony in a way, but it's really complicated with that. But Ethiopia, independent country, ruled by by a king. They actually even imported a bunch of guns to professionalize their army to defend themselves against the Italians. So they were actually they defended themselves very well against the colonial powers and managed to retain their independence. So very cool.
Which was crazy considering that almost all the other African nations have been colonized.
Yeah. Yeah, except for Ethiopia. Well, technically Ethiopia was kind of colonized. Well, not really colonized. They were conquered by the Italians for like less than a decade. before World War II started. So, you know, technically they did lose their independence like temporarily, but then they were independent again after Italy was defeated. So, yeah, Ethiopia pretty cool though. You know, resisted the whole colonialism thing. So yeah, I'll put them in B tier for that. Next up we have the French. That's right.
Oh, where do we go with these guys?
The French.
Now
The French.
The French in like medieval history and like
Medieval history, they were nuts.
and like up until like the
But like
1800s, they were going crazy. You know, building a massive empire, beating everyone up. You know, I mean Napoleon. Do I need to say any more? You know, like
no.
and even revolutionary France, even before Napoleon. Revolutionary France was literally fighting a coalition of all of Europe, trying to destroy them, and they won. And then Napoleon came in charge with his leadership, fought all of Europe a bunch of times, and won every single time except for the last time. So,
yeah, Napoleon was kind of crazy like that.
yeah, well, it's France in general too was kind of crazy like that. So,
well, but then you got more modern history where like France hardly ever contributed in like World War II because they buckled like immediately.
You know, to be fair, the French did contribute a lot in World War One. But yeah,
then World War II Electric Boogaloo occurred, and they were like, "Oh God, nope, we're not fighting that."
They did surrender in World War II, but that was only some of them. Some of the French military continued fighting in Africa in their colonies under Charles de Gaulle until France was liberated. So, you know, I mean, yeah, they did fall off, but all of the, like, you know, European colonial powers, they all fell off eventually, you know? So France, I would say France is S tier, honestly. Like, they had some crazy...
Ooh, second one to put in the S tier. Finally.
Okay, back to colonialism. Okay, Georgia...
Put France in F tier.
For France.
Georgia. F for France, man.
Oh my god.
F for France. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, okay,
Georgia
was...
is actually a state in the U.S. Like, what's it, a country?
Get out.
No, please, I need this job.
But yeah, they were colonized, kind of, by the Ottomans and Russians, but they did, they also used to be a medieval kingdom. There was actually, like, a pretty big kingdom, and, yeah, I don't know, they're not super terrible. Like, they had some, you know, they're a pretty ancient country, too. I'll put them in, like, D tier. Just, yeah. Oh, my God. Germany. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. Germany. This is interesting. This is probably the most, complicated one. Let's see.
They were on an absolute conquering rampage, like, several times.
Yeah, however, they did end up losing both world wars.
Well, if their leader was at least a little more, like, careful with how he did things, that probably would have ended, like, way differently.
Also, I saw a thing.
Because, like, there was a lot of flaws with a certain key figure in that whole battle that kind of messed them up.
To be fair, he wasn't German even; he was Austrian. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of just weighed down the greater Germany.
Yeah, so yeah.
However, they did actually get quite far.
And the funny thing is too, I saw earlier today. Yeah. Did you know that in 1945, a bunch of other countries declared war on Germany just before the peace conference, and just to say that they had fought. And the funny thing is that by the end of World War II, Germany was actually at war with 93% of the world.
Oh my god.
So it's so people are like, haha.
Please stop waging war on me.
Germany. People are like, lol. Germany lost World War II. It's like, yeah. That tends to happen when you fight 93% of the world.
I mean, you can't really say that they fought some of the places though if they just like declared war like 5 minutes before they surrendered.
Yeah, although still like
Just to be like, no, we were against them, man.
yeah, but still like a solid 80% of the world was at war with them. Like most, like I mean, huge
That
countries,
stayed
like,
connected. That stayed fighting. Yeah, there was a lot of them.
like huge countries like India, China, the UK, France, basically all of Europe.
Russia.
Yeah, huge Russia, America, like
Canada. What? Canada was a part of that too, right?
yeah. Well,
Even though they didn't like fight. Well, no, they did fight some battles.
I
They
think-
fought in D-Day. They had their own
I
shore.
think like Mexico and even some like South American countries and stuff even declared war. I mean,
People are just declaring war just to declare war.
yeah, when like neutral countries are declaring war on you, you know you messed up. So yeah, but yeah, they did have kind of a crazy history. Like pretty ancient history. Had an empire at one point. They've done a lot in world history. I mean, everyone knows about Germany, like
It's iconic in all the wrong ways, though.
definitely like S tier. Like not SS tier. I mean, they do know about the SS, but,
No, you're down bad. You can't be safe. You know what you're doing, Andrew. All right, you know what you're flipping doing.
Actually, let me just
Doing.
Yeah, what?
Oh, I'm
What?
stupid. No, please don't do this. Oh.
put that there. It's
What?
SS tier.
Wait, what did you do?
Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Oh my God! He made his
What did
own
he do?
tier for Germany.
Oh, but no.
You are actually disgusting, Andrew.
What is he's doing? He's ranking up the colonized.
Yeah, all the colonized shit, just like you're
Bro, he put freaking Germany in its own SS.
You're kidding me.
yeah,
He made the SS air quote tier and put freaking Germany in it.
God, you are outrageous right now.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're on about. Anyway,
YouTube report Andrew, please.
yo guys,
No.
I can't wait to rank this country right here. I mean, what?
He's talking.
Huh?
Which
Oh
country?
my
are
God,
you in?
Andrew, please stop being so radical.
Anyway, Greece, like birthplace of civilizations, or well, actually, technically, that's like Babylon or Mesopotamia or whatever. But
Good
anyway,
mythologies, honestly. Greek mythology is a very interesting topic.
super ancient, had like a bunch of
Very,
empires, like solid country. I'm just gonna S. Just S for Greece makes sense.
For Greece.
I can't even fight you on that. Like, they were great.
Hungary actually.
What kind of?
Greece is like one of my favorite places.
Hungary used to be pretty big. They used to be pretty hungry. They had a lot of territory.
Yeah, the Hungary.
Yeah.
It used to
They
be
were on
pretty
empire at one
hungry.
They were
point.
pretty hungry for land, man. They had a lot of. Had a lot
Yeah,
of
he's not wrong.
Yeah, but then they got absolutely shat on after World War I. And now they're small and sad. So
They're small and sad.
I'll put them in like B tier. It was the Austro-Hungarian Empire. They were in cahoots. So kinda.
God dang it.
Iceland.
Do 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 do.
I mean, Iceland Vikings, kind of a little bit.
Vikings, yes.
Vikings, yep. Let's see. They Iceland exists. It's a pretty nice place, I guess. It has a lot of volcanoes and like nice.
I mean, it's not. It's not.
It's a nice, wealthy country. Not very many people, you know. It's okay. I'll put it like D tier. Not a ton has happened in Iceland really. Okay, we got
It's
India.
mid. It's mid.
Okay,
India.
India got
It's just tiny.
colonized. You know, they got colonized.
I mean, they're like one of the most populated countries.
Technically, not even just by Europe. Like there's been several empires that have colonized India that weren't even from like there was
Yeah.
there was the Mughal Empire that was technically kind of Mongols. Like the royal family was like Mongolian, but like it was Persians as well. It was very confusing, the Mughal Empire. But anyway, India colonized several times. So many people, so much like tons of like spices. So rich in that, like the spice trade.
Oh my god, yeah, the spice trade.
Yeah, that super wealthy with stuff like that. Yeah, very interesting. Like
Most definitely carries the entirety of its country.
interesting, culture and stuff. And also, the country is literally its own subcontinent. Like, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they just casually have like
I'll put them next to like
an eighth of the world's population on its list.
Yeah, I'll put them next to like China and Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Indonesia. Indonesia was also colonized. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's really a ton I can really say. I mean, they have like a lot of. They also have like a lot of rubber, kind of. I mean, not, so much, but yeah, kind of a lot of rubber there and natural resources. But yeah, I don't know. They got colonized, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just put them in D, I guess. I don't know. Iran. Okay, Iran. Ancient. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Shah or whatever, his like royal family before they were deposed in like the 70s or whatever. The Shah's royal family had ruled.
Yeah.
They ruled Iran for like 1,000 years, like super old dynasty. In Iran, it used to be Persia. I mean, like the 300 and stuff, fighting the huge Persian empires. I mean, they had a massive empire at one point. The Iranians, yeah, they did pretty good in history, like ancient history. I'll put them next to like Egypt. Iraq. Okay, Iraq. Another ancient thing, this is literally Mesopotamia.
They've been having some issues in modern times, though.
Modern times, yeah, not so great. But in ancient times, literally like
They haven't been having nice times.
literally birthplace of civilization. Like the Babylonians, the Mesopotamians, the Hittites, just all the ancient civilizations spread out from Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. Very important region of the world right there. But yeah, in modern times, they've been taking quite a few L's, quite frankly.
Massive L's.
Yeah.
Civil battles, wars with larger, more dangerous countries.
I mean, they actually went to war with Iran in the 80s, I believe. And, well, also the U.S., of course. It's actually funny, when you look at the belligerents...
Well, they didn't directly go after Iran, though. They tried to get a certain group of individuals that had bases in there, but they eventually dragged them in.
Well, no, Iraq in the 80s did go to war with Iran. They actually fought it's kind of considered to be like the World War I of the Middle East. because it was a bunch of like trench warfare with like gas attacks and stuff. It was like horrible, and it was in the 80s.
Hey, wait, that's against the Geneva Convention, actually.
The funny thing is, if you don't, neither country had signed the Geneva Convention, so they were not obligated to abide by it, so they could still use chemical
We don't care.
weapons. Yeah, that's the funny thing about the Geneva Convention. If your country hasn't signed it, you don't have to abide by it unless you're at war with a country that has signed it. And since neither of them had, they
I
didn't
mean,
have
I guess that works for me.
exactly. So yeah, Iraq. I'll put it next to Iran. You know. Okay. Ireland. They got colonized. You know, they got colonized by the UK. Let's see. You know, pretty ancient. You know, I personally, you know, I'm a little biased here. I do like Ireland. You know. But yeah. Very wealthy country nowadays. Like the yeah, the country of Ireland is very wealthy, even compared to the UK. So you know, kind of a bit of a middle finger to the UK.
Another one to the Brits.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, Ireland, pretty epic. You know, up the RA. You know, talking about you know, a car bomb.
No, you can't mention this.
Like, no.
No. I know exactly what you're doing here.
Let's see.
I'm calling the CIA.
I'm putting it in A. I probably should put it in B to be more fair, but I'm not going to be.
You're just putting an A because the IRA.
That I mean, the IRA will send me a pipe bomb. You know, like I'll start my car in the morning and then I'm gone. Oh, yo, look, guys, topical political conversation. Guess what country we're ranking now?
What are we ranking?
You know, the funny haha country. You know, the country that shall not be named.
You know how little that narrows it down?
Oh,
that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one, yeah, that one.
That one's a little bit contentious, I think, nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat tempted.
Yes,
I'm somewhat tempted to just kind of.
They did.
You know.
I don't like what they're doing currently, but they did fight an
or-
entire battle against like 7 nations and won.
Or I don't. Instead of putting it in that tier, I put it in this tier. Yeah.
I'll allow it. We just can't debate on this. We just can't debate on it, man.
You know what? Actually, wait. No, that's actually a good idea. Let me just make. Let me make another. Make another tier.
No comment.
Kick him out after us now. You.
No comment. No comment on that.
No comment.
Oh, I'm supposed to take some Robitussin. Oh shoot.
Actually, let me search through this list. It was down. Okay, here. I'll put the other one in there too. There we go. No comment on those. We cannot rank them.
Yeah, I have a no comment here.
Oh yeah,
They're not good. They're not bad. We just can't put an input in.
Yeah, we cannot just
being
discuss those
canceled.
ones.
I mean, you can't just like put. I mean, imagine putting one of them in like F tier and the other one in like S tier like that. It's over. You know, I'm getting stoned to death. You know, like.
I think this stream would go down in a matter of minutes.
Yeah. So anyway,
Too political.
Italy, Rome.
Home
Italy
of
or
pizza.
There we
And
I love pizza.
like much of like the culinary world came from frickin' Italy.
Actually, you know
Exactly.
what? I could actually even argue because of like basically entirely because of the Roman Empire. Like literally,
And Rome, yeah.
it influenced English. Like English wouldn't even really exist. Like we wouldn't be speaking English right now if Rome didn't exist. Especially like French, Spanish, obviously Italian, Romanian. There's tons of languages. In fact, the entire numeral system is derived.
Oh my
from-
god, yeah, the numeral system.
Math basically came from like also like government, like the entire like idea of like how we structure our governments and stuff. It comes from.
I'm pretty sure Italy would be like an S tier.
In fact, basically the idea.
If not S tier, I think it might be a genuine S tier.
I think it is. I think Italy entirely because of Rome. Actual like modern Italy is kind of ass, but like I mean Mussolini's Italy, like it's literally I've literally seen a meme where it is. Mom, can we have Roman Empire? We have Roman Empire at home. Roman Empire at home. It's just Mussolini's Italy. Japan.
Japan. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of had the China problem where they would be like explode into like several different factions and then unify and then have the same thing happen.
Yeah, that is pretty true.
Like they kind of had that issue several times in history.
But China every time.
And then once they finally got their act together,
they went crazy mode. Like in like 10.
They did go pretty nuts.
Japan went from feudal to an industrial society in like 10 years. Like Japan went insane when they finally
they heavily bulked up.
Yeah, and then they went and like took out like half of China. Like
China, like despite being like several times larger than Japan, like because of how fast they industrialized, they got slammed.
Yeah, and China also having like more than like 10 times their population. China was still getting cyberbullied by Japan like crazy. Yeah. Also, Japan, every time they exploded, China would change dynasties constantly. So they've had like a million different royal families. Japan, they still have the same royal family today that they had 2,000 years ago. Japan probably has the longest, like, continuing monarchy in the entire world. So that's pretty cool as well.
I'm not gonna talk about what all came out of that because I might be a little biased, but
I think S tier. I think because Japan
they had like they got freaking nuked and they still fought, kind of.
Well, I mean,
I said kind of.
Not so much after the nukes, but I mean, it wasn't just the nukes. You know, it was the entire situation.
It was one thing that led to them like forfeiting, but they were not giving up without a fight.
Actually, there's a whole thing. Like some historians say that it was actually the Soviet invasion of Manchuria that got them to surrender. But it's like, you know,
what?
Kazakhstan. Okay. This one was part of. It was part of the Soviets. It was part of the Russian Empire. It was part of, like, Russian-controlled stuff for a long time. In fact, they're technically still kind of a puppet state of Russia to this day, honestly.
Imagine being a puppet state.
Yeah. But, yeah, they also were part of the Mongol Empire and stuff. They haven't really been independent, like, very much in history. Kind of a cool country, though. But, yeah, I think I still have to put them there. Colonized.
Yeah,
colonized. I'm going to put this one in no comment tier, because this is fucking Kosovo. And, it is a hotly disputed territory between, Albania and Serbia, who both claim it as part of their country, and then also some people claim that it's independent. So... cannot even talk about that one. That one is a really tense geopolitical issue as well. So Kosovo is well, actually I can't even say it exists because I'd be taking a stand there. So yeah, it's a
wait, you can't say what?
I can't even say I can't say it's independent even. I can't even say it's a country. Because, I mean, as you can see...
God, we can't say anything!
Yeah. But,
why must we be censored?
Because will be executed.
By who?
Freedom of speech is dead.
Yeah.
Well, Eli, it was nice knowing you, man.
No, we're not.
Hey, you said freedom of speech is dead. I feel like the CIA would want to say no. It is alive.
They can't do it.
It's just they get to limit it, you know.
Yeah, they can limit how much I can actually say about this.
Okay. Liberia.
You stupid
Liberia. I talked.
CIA agents. That's what I was gonna say.
I talked about Liberia a bit when we were talking about Ethiopia.
Yes.
It's the other one that was kind of independent in Africa, even though it was technically kind of colonized by America in a way. Because what happened is, so like after the Civil War in America, the black people in America, they decided, some of them decided, you know what, let's get the fuck out of here now and go back to Africa. Because these people are fucking crazy. So some of them decided to go back to Africa, so they bought a bunch of land in the coast of Africa and created, and with the support of the U.S., created Liberia. And for decades afterwards, there was boats going over constantly to Liberia. So Liberia was kind of settled by people who had been living in America for a long time. So it was actually, and with like lots of American influence. So it was almost kind of a somewhat American colony. It's a very complicated situation with Liberia. Interesting though.
Yeah, it sounds complicated.
Yeah, interesting situation though. So I'll put him in like C tier just for how interesting that is.
Oh, they don't start with the C, Andrew. You can't do that.
What?
They don't start with a C. You can't do that.
You can't.
We gotta rank Liechtenstein.
You're ruining your trope. Claberia.
Bro, Liechtenstein. All right, this baby. It's another microstate because it's a little city state. It is tiny, and I'm
microstate.
pretty sure there's literally there's like 30,000 people who live here. Like this entire country's population is 30,000.
That's so small.
They also.
That's it. I'm gonna go create a microstate. I'll be right back, guys.
What? But yeah, so that's what. There's actually a funny story about Liechtenstein, about how in the 1800s they went to war with 100 men, and they came back from the war with 101 men, and it's like, oh, it's the time Liechtenstein went to war and gained a soldier. Like,
I was gonna say, how did you get one singular soldier out of that?
You converted him.
Because they didn't take any casualties, and when they came back to Liechtenstein, there was a corporal from the Austro-Hungarian Empire who accompanied them, so they technically brought another soldier back with them. So it's kind of funny.
Based.
Liechtenstein's kind of based. It also has remained independent for like hundreds and hundreds of years, which is kind of hilarious because they're so pathetically tiny. Yeah. So, yeah, Liechtenstein.
I'm small, but I will fight.
Liechtenstein's kind of funny. Put it like D tier. All right. Lithuania. Lithuania was actually had a kind of a big empire at one point. Also, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth was technically like a union of the two, so you can kind of take accomplishments of both of them. So not super.
Weren't they kind of like a satellite for the USSR though?
They were, yes, they were part of the USSR as well as at one point. So, well, and also the Russian Empire before that. So, yeah.
Poor Lithuania. So they're partially colonized, but they're still Lithuania now. And
yeah.
Because they're under our umbrella.
I'll put them under B tier. They've had an interesting
maybe.
History. Luxembourg.
NATO's such a hot topic.
Yeah, hot topic like the story.
It's incendiary topic. I'm not gonna say anything about them.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Luxembourg. Okay.
Luxembourg.
Very.
Well, I mean, Luxembourg.
Luxemburger.
But yeah,
Luxembourger.
the funny thing about this country is the fact it's also very small, but it's technically not a city-state. It's technically slightly big enough to actually be like an actual country, because it's not just one city.
So it kind of just like teeters then.
It's a very, very small country, but it is technically not a city-state because it is a little bit like it's a bit bigger than just the city itself. There's other little towns in it, so yeah, it's technically a country. It's just like a very also the GDP per capita in Luxembourg is like I think it's like $140,000 per person.
What?
Yeah, the average GDP, the average like household income is insane in Luxembourg. Everyone is rich there. It's crazy.
That's insane. That's it. I know where I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm moving to Luxembourg, bros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, class trip after this, guys.
Yeah, Luxembourg, pretty cool.
We'll do Luxembourg vlogs.
Luxembourg is also kind of part of the whole, German speed bump. But yeah.
Still, I get to be rich there.
Macedonia. All right. Macedonia.
Oh man, Macedonia.
Macedonia kind of rides on the coattails of Greece a little bit because
Yeah.
Macedonia, basically, all of their all of everything that they claim.
They used to exist.
There are so.
They used to be big names.
There are, the Macedonian Empire of Alexander the Great. They will not shut the hell up
Oh my
about it.
god.
Like literally.
That was like centuries ago. Stop talking about it.
Yeah. It was literally like almost 2,000 years ago. Like
It was freaking forever ago. I don't know why they'd be holding it over people's heads.
well, nothing else has ever happened in Macedonia, and like they had a massive
Lame.
awesome empire that like everyone knows about, and they did nothing since then. So they're like, "Yo, remember when like awesome things?" So
From like 2,000 years ago.
there are so many statues of Alexander the Great in Macedonia. Like that is their like
Stop worshipping him.
Yeah. So Macedonia's got kind of a weird like Alexander the Great complex, but
So basically a god complex.
so if you insult Alexander the Great in also Macedonia is technically also part
They'll
of the
lynch you.
They're also technically part of the Balkans. So they are they're kind of crazy too. So
Yeah, insult Alexander the Great. Prepare to be probably wiped off the earth.
see, oh my god, it's the penguins of Madagascar, but they were colonized. Tragic.
Alright,
Madagascar.
Alright.
I like to move it. Funny lemur meme.
Alright.
Me and King Julian.
Do the King Julian shaker.
Oh my god, Andrew, get the flip out of here. This is our tier list now.
Alright.
We're kicking you off the tier
Yo,
list.
guys.
We're gonna
Did you just say that? There's no way I heard you say that. The King. You're joking
Yep,
me.
he said the King Julian Shaker. We're kicking him off the tier list. Alright. You're out.
He likes to move it.
No, you can't say that here, man. We're not hearing Thug Shaker jokes right
He is
now.
doing
No,
King
it's
Julian.
too late. It's too late.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn you with a stake for that one.
Alright, boys, we're doing Mexico now. They had an empire.
They've been having some internal issues modern day though.
Yeah, they're kind
Like
of
horrible
they're
her
kind of-
internal issues with the drug cartels.
Yeah, pretty depressing modern day. Also they got like shit on like a bunch of times by the U.S.
Quite horrible. Did they also get like crapped on by the French at some point too?
Oh yeah, no, the French invaded them at one. Actually, during the American Civil War, the French were like, "Ah, cool, the Americans can't do anything, so let's invade Mexico." So the French invaded Mexico and installed a Habsburg king to the throne of Mexico. So
What?
it's a really confusing
This is the
story.
most radical thing I've ever heard, bro.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, they had this like Habsburg prince, and we're like, yo, let's make him the king of Mexico, and then Mexico will be allied to us. Wacky, idea. But yeah, so they went down and did that, and yeah, for a little while, Mexico was kind of ruled by the French. But yeah, so Mexico's taken a lot of L's.
They took modern L's, historical L's.
Yeah, it's
But yeah, they were an empire at some point.
Yeah, but they just kind of like were spawned as an empire basically by the Spanish when they left, and then they just continuously lost land after that. So not
Some
great.
by us.
Not super great.
Not great.
Yeah.
Not good.
Okay, Moldova. It's a country that's basically just Romania 2.0. Like, not
Romania too, electric boogaloo.
yeah, I'm to say what. Oh my
Funny
gosh.
joke, you got.
All right, boys, here we go. Goddamn Mongolia.
Oh. So basically one of the largest empires that has ever graced the world. One of the most feared wasn't it like a super feared dynasty too? Because Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan, probably one of the most like crazy people to ever exist in like all senses of the word. Like
what is the chance that you're probably like a descendant of him?
it's like decent.
Yeah, 'cause
well,
Like it's like single digit.
if you're
Yeah.
there, it's like double digits. If you're in if you live in like China or even just generally in
Oh
Asia.
yeah, probably double digit now, but like,
Yeah.
dude,
mean-
oh my god,
I mean, if you're one of
the
us,
fact
none of
it's
like
still close.
there's hardly any chance any of us are related to Genghis Khan because I mean, look.
Oh
at
yeah,
us,
no
but,
doubt about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we are not Asian at all. But yeah, Mongolia. That's actually super.
But still, just to know that there's like a decent chunk of the world
Like the fact
population that's
Gen-
like a rough descendant of him is just tells you.
that Genghis Khan had, I think it was about 10,000 children.
Yeah, that's what it was.
As well as he also conquered like half of the known world. So conquers half the known world, has 10,000 children with like 3,000 wives. Also is like the most brutal warlord ever. And a genius.
Insane warlord, genius, good tactician. While we're at it here too,
and empire builder. He set up the Silk Road, which was like a huge.
which was one of like the best trade routes. Yeah,
And
gigantic trade route.
so super good at trade. He was super good at holding the country together because he held the country together through fear. Because the problem the Mongolians had was there's not that many Mongolians. Like Mongolia's population has never been very big, and when they were ruling over like half of the world, the problem was they didn't even have enough. They struggled to even have enough Mongolians to have the high up leadership positions and like bureaucrats and stuff over society.
Ooh.
Let alone like the peasants and shit. So like in China, for example, to even have like the nobility and stuff of China filled out for all of China, they had to like get like Mongolian peasants and be like, okay, you're a nobleman now in China. Because there was so few Mongolians and so many like Chinese and Persians and like all of the different countries they took over, that they struggled to even have enough people, and we're not even talking about the military. We're just
But yet they still were
administrators.
like a massive freaking empire.
Yeah, and so the fact that
I'm pretty sure that's a worthy S tier.
I'd say
Maybe.
SS tier. I'd say.
I was about to say maybe even an
Because-
SS tier, man. That's crazy.
the
They were
thing is-
nuts.
Their armies, they could not even make that big of armies because they didn't have very much population.
But they were so formidable. I mean,
Yeah.
they made horseback riding like a
Oh.
staple.
horse archers were so overpowered.
That was
like,
because like you could shoot from a range while having the mobility of a freaking cavalry unit.
Yeah.
Like you were the most feared unit.
and the Mongols were damn good at riding horses and
Didn't they have like like a genetic defects because of how often they'd ride horses?
Yeah, I think they might have even been.
I think that's one thing that's come through in like modern history.
So yeah, and
Is like their knees are wacky.
yeah, like there was this big city in Turkey, for example, that rebelled against Genghis Khan, and so when the city rebelled against him, he sent in his army and defeated them and took back the city. And when he took the city back, he then executed every single man, woman, and child in the city, burned the entire city to the ground, and then salted the earth so nothing would ever grow there again.
My God.
And of course, word spread of this, and you know what? As long as Genghis Khan breathed, there was almost no one who rebelled against him after that.
Because yeah, imagine that happening to you.
Yeah, exactly. Not only
Well, you could think you have a great idea to rebel against a freaking tyrant, and then next thing you know, everything you fought for is gone.
your entire town is gone, your whole family and all
Your
of
people
your friends,
are
everyone is
gone. You're even the ground that you walked on is gone because he
Oh, even
made
the
sure
animals.
nothing could
They
come
even,
out
they
of
even
it.
slaughtered all the cows and donkeys and horses and everything in the village. Everything that was alive was killed. Every building, every structure was destroyed, and the whole place was leveled, and the earth was salted so that crops could never grow again. And to this day, there is still no one living there.
Oh my
He
God.
made that area of land uninhabitable.
Well, now I know where I'm going to establish my city-state.
So, yeah, Genghis Khan, just Genghis Khan alone elevates Mongolia from being like, what the hell kind of country is that, to God.
to like like crazy best.
Yeah. The only
I don't think it'd be a hot take to put him in SS.
Yeah, I already put him there. Like the only problem that Mongolia had was the fact that Genghis Khan was not immortal. Had Genghis Khan been immortal, we'd be speaking Mongolian right now. Like,
Yeah, if he had more time on the planet, he probably would have taken everything over.
yeah, he would have lived.
Like without a doubt. He took half the world over
Yeah, because
in his reign. Like if we let it go like twice as long, yeah, we'd all be under Mongolian control.
problem is, after he died, his empire ended up not long after his death ended up being split between his descendants. Because
Of 10,000.
when you have 10,000 children, there's gonna be a lot of claimants to the throne. So like tons of different regions of his empire broke away. And the Mongol Empire was just dead after that. As well as the fact that the couple rulers after him, where the empire was still intact, were like not nearly as brutal as him. So people rebelled way more because they weren't afraid, like they were afraid of Genghis Khan. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough for Mongolia. Monaco. Monaco is a tiny city-state in the south of France. It's a city-state. It exists. Yeah, that's
Nothing, not much, probably not many claims to anything though.
Yeah. Well, I have to put this one in. I'll put this next to Andorra. It's like, yep, it's a city-state.
Yep, you exist. You're there. You occupy space.
Okay. Montenegro. This country, next to Serbia, it's actually existed for a decent amount of time for a country in the Balkans. And there's not really that much to say about it.
Yeah, it's just Montenegro, all right.
They were part of World War. There's not that many people who live there, really.
What's like the population in Montenegro, like roughly?
What? What are you laughing about, Andrew?
Huh? What happened? What happened?
Just look at the just look at the chat. Just look at the chat. This is great.
Hey, tell me what it is. Tell me what
Montenegro and
If you
S-
don't put Montenegro in S tier, I tang you S tier S.
Oh my god! Wow.
Oh boy.
I guess someone really likes Montenegro. I guess.
Let's put it in H tier.
H tier. Oh my god.
A tier. Spite that in H.
You know, I'm gonna put.
I'm a spiteful man.
You know what?
You don't.
Let's put it in.
S tier, please.
Actually,
Bro's begging.
wait. Actually, we
Bro's
don't
begging
have,
for an S tier.
Actually, we don't have. I would put it somewhere around where.
Oh, historian Andrew, what do you have to say about him?
Montenegro. Where do we need to put this thing? I mean, it's definitely not terrible or anything. Like, you know, it's existed. You know,
I think I've heard their name like a couple of times in history books.
yeah, not the most, but you know, well, probably most. I mean, probably the vast majority of Americans don't know that it exists, but that's not the most important thing. You know, we got
Unimportant. You're not important. You don't
Not
matter.
real.
Your country, not real.
Not real.
All lies.
Fake news.
You know what? I'll give them. I'll
Taiwan? What's Taiwan?
I'll cozy them up next to Albania. Just, you know, I'll put them right here. You can connect them right there into Albania. There we go.
Bro was having an internal struggle trying to figure that out. Oh my god.
Oh wait. Okay, here's all this stuff. All right, colonial stuff. You're going in your tier. You know what you've done. Get in there, colonials.
You know
The
what
light has gone out of my life.
Huh? What's happening? Hold on.
The poor guy that we are
You see, this is
kind of not listening to in the comments
This
here.
is what I was saying about the Balkans. This is what I was saying about the Balkans. All they have is nationalism.
Talk about a profound sense of nationalism.
Exactly, but you know they do.
You gotta
They got
admire
that
it.
nationalism. You know, where did I put Bhutan? I want to put Nepal next to that. Where the hell?
There was a country that we listed called Bhutan. That's probably one I wasn't here for.
There is Bhutan somewhere. I don't know where I put them though. I can't remember. I
don't even remember them.
Here they are. Put them next to Bhutan. All right. Oh, the Netherlands. Here's a country.
Ooh,
Oh
Netherlands.
my god, that's like a place I want to go to so bad.
Okay.
What's like the what is it? What is there to see in the Netherlands? Jesus Christ.
The Netherlands. I see.
I think there's some scenic views there.
Yeah.
Certainly not as high up on my bucket list as New Zealand.
I've heard the Netherlands referred to as swamp Germans, which I think is quite frankly accurate.
That sounds like a
Swamp
slur almost. That sounds like a really bad slur.
No.
We're being banned. We're all being taken down. Even Eli, and he doesn't even upload anything. We're all going down on this shit.
He's being removed from life. Man, that's tragic.
Oh, why did I have to go to the Nether? Oh,
The Nether?
it's not fun there.
Oh my
Yeah, bro,
god.
Kid, when they hear the Netherlands.
Oh my god, the Netherlands?
Oh my god, is that Minecraft?
Shut up.
Well, they had a
Oh my god, that
colonial-
Minecraft.
They had a pretty good colonial empire for their size.
Is that right?
Yeah, they had Indonesia as a pretty good colony, you know.
Oh.
You know, I'd say Netherlands A tier. You know, that makes sense, you know. That's colonials. You know what? I'm just gonna put New Zealand in there because yeah. Oh yeah, best Korea. Here we go.
Which one, South?
Who?
There we go. Best Korea.
Ah, He's
Yeah.
talking. No, Eli.
Not
We're
that one.
alphabetically
No.
speaking. It's North Korea.
Our grand,
not be
our
speaking
grand
about-
leader, you know, the supreme.
Oh.
No,
Kim
he's
Il-sung.
yours, not mine.
No, it's yours. No.
I disagree.
Don't you dare say good old Kim is mine, bro.
No.
Kimmy
You
is
just said
not,
good
bro.
old Kim.
Don't ever say that.
You just said good old Kim, you know? I mean, I didn't put those.
No, we're not pals.
That's true. Pandora and F
No,
tier.
Pandora and F
I'm
tier,
pretty
these
sure-
guys suck.
Yeah, it's in F tier. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, Highwayman, if you don't like what you see, then move on, bro.
Yeah.
Highwayman, you get out of here, pal.
In fact, we might put Andorra down a tier just
No,
because
no,
you
no,
said
no.
something.
It's in F
No,
tier.
you got-
He was accurate. He was accurate. It is in F tier. That is the correct
Oh, you-
ranking.
Just to make him mad.
Now,
just
if he
put
says
Montenegro
these
in
guys
my
suck,
seat.
I don't know if he means us or Andorra. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel called out or like appraised.
Yeah, don't worry. What's one of the two?
Oh well, I'll pat my back no matter what.
Okay, Pakistan. You know what? I'm gonna put the colonial. You're a colonial. I'm gonna put all. If you've been colonized.
You're a colonial. You're a
Oh.
colonial. You're a colonial.
Here we go.
What is this? This is like an episode of like Oprah.
Yeah,
You
you're a
get
colonial nation. You're a colonial nation.
Everyone's a
Actually,
colonial.
This is a tiny state. You know, I'm gonna put this next to the other micro states.
Microwave.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all these freaking colonies, all these little colonized boys here.
My God.
Yeah, do you understand colonialism now? Look at this. Yeah, all of this is
There's too much here, Andrew. What the fuck?
more.
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh, we're blasting through this. Look at this. All I had to do was just put every country that's been colonized all into one thing. Yeah. I mean, technically, most of the world has been colonized, but, you know. Okay, alright, we're mostly good here. Alright, Poland. Here we go. How do we feel?
Poor Poland.
Poor Poland. They had an empire. They had an empire at one point.
They did, and then it dissolved, and then they got freaking destroyed by two of the most dangerous nations you probably never wanted to cross in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
They weren't having fun.
Poland having fun? That's illegal.
Yeah, that's what Hitler said.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
He said you're not allowed to exist.
Yeah, Poland's a solid country, mostly.
Exists.
Portugal had big.
Exist. Oh my God, Eli, is that a threat I hear over there?
Whoopsies, that was not meant to
You can't
slip
say a
out.
nation existed when it still exists.
Oh my God. Oh, okay, we got Romania. This is another Balkan country, so get ready.
You're
Base
You're
Bulgaria.
So, Romania, for some reason there's a stereotype about Romanians, that they will, like, steal your shit. Like, it's kind of like Detroit, you know?
I mean, it's a Balkan state, though,
It's
so,
like
like, is that really surprising?
It's like Detroit. You can't have shit in Romania, you know?
It's like Detroit.
You can't have crap in Romania.
Yeah, you know.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this one in, like, I mean, you can't have anything there. I'm gonna put them next to Bulgaria. There we go. Russia. Oh boy.
Russia.
I mean-
big empire.
They've taken some modern day L's, though.
I mean,
Like, they had a lot under the under the name of the USSR, and then, like, that all completely collapsed. I mean, I actually feel like we should put those in the no comment thing, because I'm pretty sure that conflict with One of their old satellites is still going.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's not as hot button of an issue anymore. And
I feel like they're just like constantly just throwing rockets at each other, but no one's like even trying to take any ground.
well, I think I saw a thing that the Russians are actually doing another offensive or whatever. But
My God, not again.
yeah,
It didn't go well for you the last time.
yeah. They're actually making a little bit of ground now, but
I don't like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, hardly anything, but yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my God, we took 3 yards of land.
Oh my God, World War
That's so
One?
dumb for me.
Yeah.
Alright,
so-
boys. It's looking quite good out there. We've taken 5 yards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Russia has an interesting military history. Also,
Their,
I mean,
their
biggest
military
country-
practices are a little questionable sometimes, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's the biggest country in the world, so that that can be something.
Yeah, but aren't chunks of it just uninhabitable, though? Like, the
Oh.
Siberian wasteland?
No, huge tracts of it are uninhabitable. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, historically they've been pretty good country. I don't
They
know.
had empires.
Yeah, maybe put it like A tier, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Saudi Arabia. Okay, Saudi Arabia. Basically, if you enjoy having human rights, you should not go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Yeah, you will be immediately beheaded as soon as you step off the plane. Like,
hi, do you appreciate rights? Yes, no. Immediately to the guillotine.
Do you like rights? No.
I didn't think so.
but yeah, they have a lot of oil. They're still
They're like, aren't they like the largest oil nation?
yeah, they're also still somehow an absolute monarchy. I believe they're like the last country that is an absolute monarchy still.
I thought there was a couple of other absolute monarchies. What?
Maybe like Qatar.
And like one of the more obscure
I
nations.
think there might be a couple small countries in the Middle East as well, that are absolute monarchies.
I'm pretty sure they're just like one of the more notable ones, though.
They're definitely the strongest one.
Yeah, their size is like
Because of especially because of the oil.
very definitive of that.
Yeah, they're very.
America.
Yeah, because of all that, I mean, they're technically. I mean, you could say, oh, they're pretty based because they fucking behead people and shit. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess.
Otherwise, they don't really have much going for them, though.
It's mostly just oil place, what you like? You think beheaded-
Yeah, Eli, what do you think is funny, bro? Do you think gruesome scenes are hilarious?
Where did Serbia go?
Don't exist.
Where the fuck did Serbia just
Serbia
go?
Not real.
What the fuck? I just misplaced Serbia. Where did
Like a
it
puzzle
go?
piece you lost in like the. It's like a puzzle piece you lost in the box.
Fuck is Serbia?
God dang it.
Where did Serbia go?
Where did my Serbia
Where's
go? I
Serbia?
didn't even rate it. Oh my god.
Oh, where's my Serbia?
Where's Serbia? Well, Andrew, you better start looking at all the tiers then.
Oh my, I did. I can't find them.
Where did
Did
Serbia
they just
go?
not include Serbia?
They did. I clicked on it and it just fucking like disappeared.
Did you delete Serbia?
Yes, I deleted
Delete Serbia as an entry.
No way.
Goodbye, Serbia.
Something in the news outlet just like Serbia does not exist anymore.
Serbia has been fucking deleted. Oh my god. What did I click? Where's Serbia?
Refresh the page. We're gonna have to rank all of these again.
No, don't refresh the page.
Someone get a notepad and start writing down where we had everyone.
You know what? Serbia, it never existed, actually. It's not real.
Oh my god, we're being taken down, bro. We can't say that. That we're gone.
No, too late.
Radical nation started World War I.
Too late.
S tier.
Slovakia. Where the hell did I put the Czechs? I put the Czechs up here. Czechs mix. Here we go. But then
check your privilege. Check your privilege.
Slovenia. Slovenia is technically in the Balkans, but like barely. Also, there's a really weird stereotype about Slovenia. For some reason, because you know how like Romania has like the stereotype of like, you know, them all like stealing your shit. You know, you can't have shit in Romania. Different kind of stereotype here. Slovenians, for some reason, there is a stereotype about Slovenians being all of them being femboys. I can't make this shit up. Other Balkan countries, like someone from Bulgaria or especially like Serbia would be like, oh yeah, Slovenians, they're all just like a bunch of weak femboys. That's the fucking stereotype. I don't know where it came. No one's sure exactly where it came from.
Wait, it's a Slovenian stereotype.
Anyway, on an unrelated note, in a month, on an unrelated note, I will be soon leaving for my trip to Slovenia.
No, you're not going to.
Wait, I need to look this up now. I need to find out if this is real.
It's a stereotype. Yeah. I don't know why.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's especially weird because the Balkans are not like that usually. To say the least. Yeah.
Very quirky stereotype there, pal.
Yeah, it's a really fucking weird stereotype. Yeah. Oh, how did you escape the colonialism? You get in there. How did you escape colonialism? You get in there.
Okay, those are only nice stereotypes. I want to figure out this. I really don't want to include the one other keyword in here because then I'm going.
Because you're being a wimp.
Yeah, come on.
Dude, I'm not getting that on my search
Eli,
history, bro.
Do it, Eli. Learn,
I'm
Eli.
looking at the Slovenian femboy stereotype.
Romanian.
Slovenian.
Slovenian.
This is Slovenian.
Slovenian. How do you spell that?
Slovenian. S-L-O...
Okay, I found it. There we go. I found it. Okay, never mind. Slovenian. Boy.
I'm gonna be right back.
You put stereotype. Don't go to images.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I know what I'm doing. How am I supposed to stereotype? Jesus Christ.
Okay.
There we go. Jesus Christ. Holy, that took a minute. Here we go. This is on. It's on Reddit, so we're gonna have to.
Oh boy.
Work with this one. Okay. I looked at the first comment. It says because we don't beat our women. Is that what I just saw?
Oh, no welcome way. To the Balkans. This is the fucking Balkans shit, man. I swear to God.
There are people. There are much people see Slovenia as full of femboys. I would like to know where the stereotype came from. Okay, I've written an explanation before, so if you did some searching, you'd find it. Best to summarize, in Yugoslavia, each country had its stereotypes. Slovenian men, especially from urban Ljubljana, whatever that freaking whatever that's called, were seen as feminine and weak when compared to other Yugoslavian countries, where the machismo culture prevailed. They had office jobs, higher education, more emphasis on fashion, and spoke in a soft, gentle manner. This is most certainly a result of the Austro-Hungarian past, which made Slovenia a lot more developed than the Yugoslavian nations. So then, r/Balkans IRL made us into femboys, which one see as the modernized version of the past stereotype into fruition. So, take that as you will.
Yeah, I already kind of knew about that a little bit, but yeah.
All right, what was the outcome of that search, guys? I need to know now.
Tell him, Andrew. I'm not going to repeat the whole thing
Alright,
again.
basically, when it was when all of the Balkan countries, well, at least a bunch of them, were a part of Yugoslavia and we're all in a country together, there was a stereotype about the Slovenians being weak and effeminate men because they were more because it was a more developed country, and so they had office jobs and like were more refined and civilized and not as like rural laborers
Radical.
as other ones. So they saw them as weak, effeminate men in Slovenia. So and then it just kind of evolved into the modern day, I guess.
So that's where fanboying comes from.
Yes, they come from.
Oh my
Slovenia.
god. The stereotype for Slovenians. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine living in Slovenia and then.
Oh
just
my
finding
god,
out
it's some
that. Like how can
some
you,
dude just walks past you and says something.
like how can you how are you gonna recover from that? Like how are you gonna be a Slovenian nationalist? Like when people
Oh, I should not have
people
clicked
No,
all
yeah,
over
they're
the
gonna
place are just calling you like
Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh, this was a bad idea to click images. Whoopsies.
Eli. Well, we lost Eli.
Whoopsie
God
doodles.
dang
Okay.
it.
Back to it.
Boys, South Korea, the worst Korea, basically.
South Korea.
No.
I mean, South Korea.
Some good things have come out of Korea.
Yeah, like
Which ones?
I refuse to elaborate.
Elaborate.
Wait.
Nope.
What do you mean?
Nope.
What do you mean? Some good things have come out of Korea.
I'm not gonna.
Nay.
It's from the south. I'm pretty sure the north wouldn't allow it.
Nay. Are you talking about? Yeah, you could be talking about several different things, and they're all terrible. I'm not sure
No,
which
only
one to
because
bust
you're a
you on.
profound nationalist of North Korea. All right.
No, they're all terrible because it's either like you're
Nope.
either talking about
Nope.
anime, you're talking about
No,
like,
what?
fucking
Don't you include my
no,
one of my
man.
favorite
You're
cartoon mediums in there, bro.
or far worse, you're talking about like K-pop, in which I will crucify you, like
Well, then you better start crucifying me because that's where I was going.
nay, no, nay. You do
It's
not listen to a BTS.
Some of it.
is
Some.
ridiculous.
No, I don't. That they're not in my Spotify playlist. I'm never
I'm
putting
like,
them
Nate,
in there.
that's a boy band. Come on, bro.
My little brother said that he listens and likes one of BTS's songs, and I straight up never talked to him like the rest of the week.
That is the
On that
proper
topic,
response.
I will object to that.
There we go. Anyway,
It's
Spain.
one song.
Spain.
Spain.
All right, they basically.
I mean,
they colonized.
they
Basically
went kind of
all-
crazy.
All of the
All of
US,
South America.
like all of South
And South
Central
America.
Mexico, the Caribbean. They colonized like everything. Like they went.
They
Crazy.
went crazy.
Yeah.
The Caribbean.
Yeah.
The Caribbean.
Jim Carrey.
My favorite.
They colonized Jim Carrey.
Jim
The
Carrey.
vast sea.
They colonized. I can't believe
Jim
Spain
Carrey,
colonized
dude.
Jim Carrey.
It always circles back to frickin' Jim, bro.
Jim Carrey.
We can make
Oh
anything
my
like
God.
Jim Carrey, man. It's great.
All right.
This is an absolute curse.
It's certified Jim Carrey classic. I mean, they colonized a bunch of shit. I'll put them in S. Oh, they're pretty cool. Wait, what the? Oh, I put
Spain.
Slovenia in S tier. You know, I'm keeping it in S tier. No comment.
Just because that one frickin' stereotype earned its
Well,
way up
I've
there.
got to go there on vacation now. You know, it's my new vacation.
That's because that's exactly what you are, Andrew.
No.
He is.
No.
I've seen the way he acts around Noah, bro.
I'm just going for the
He
local.
is.
I'm going for the local prostitutes. It's fine.
Man.
I mean, do what you gotta do, bro.
Certified human trafficker moment.
This is a certified human trafficker classic.
Oh,
Repost
no.
this if you want to traffic people. Oh,
man.
All right.
Ooh, Nelly.
All right. Sweden, a decent country. I'll put it in A. Sure.
I mean, we got PewDiePie out of it, so...
They got-
Anyway,
They got meatballs, the IKEA.
you know, Syria's not been very stable lately. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, they have not.
Yeah.
What's been happening in Syria recently? Explain in very great detail.
The amount of civil unrest that has been kind of going on there.
Oh, not just unrest. They've literally been in a full-blown civil war for, I believe, like 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a slight civil unrest, you know.
Mild issues. Yeah, it's just like a, 5 or 6 way civil war for like 17 years.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
It's just a small amount.
Everything's fine. There's only been like 10 million, you know, freaking
Casualties.
Minor inconvenience.
No.
Minor inconvenience.
Let's go. Damn.
Oh yeah, just a minor
Damn.
inconvenience.
Damn, we gotta get Eli on the fucking Soviet high command, man. I already know, I gotta expect good
once
things.
we develop our city state, that's exactly where we're gonna put him.
Exactly. Well, he's like, oh sweet, we took 10 feet of land and only took 10 million casualties. Let's go.
It's a minor inconvenience.
Oh god, Taiwan.
He's like the one dude that'd be like,
this country does not exist.
no comment,
Yeah.
no comment, no comment.
Which one is it?
Here.
What is it?
Taiwan.
It's the one that
Oh, it's
doesn't
Taiwan.
exist. Doesn't exist.
That's a no comment country. That is a no
Yeah.
comment country.
All right.
Not real.
Thailand. Oh, okay. Actually, here's another. I should
Thailand.
probably not say this, but there's also another stereotype about Thailand.
Oh
Oh
boy.
boy.
Thailand, for some godforsaken reason, Thailand is known as having. How do I put this? Well, I've heard many people describe it as and whatnot. They have an awful lot of women who have you know.
I already know what you're talking about. All you
Yeah.
have to say is that, and I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're going on about, but what is that because
and
the
lots
women
of-
appear to be more masculine than the men?
Well, it's because they are kind of men a little bit too. Yeah.
What?
And
Oh.
yeah, you know, where it counts, if you know what I mean.
Oh boy.
Also, lots of prostitution. Not unrelated either. Like that kind.
Not unrelated.
Not unrelated to the first stereotype. It's very related. Yeah. Don't ask me why I know this. There's no reason in particular.
It's Andrew. I'm pretty sure I can guess as to why, but I'm not gonna say it on stream.
What? No.
That's something for off camera. All right.
No.
It's gonna be an intervention.
No, not necessary.
We're gonna have to organize this after. Chat, don't take my word for it. He's getting good therapy.
Aw, man. All right, the Turkey. It's my Thanksgiving turkey. They had the Ottoman Empire.
I mean, they have claims over a freaking sea and can shut down an entire body of water.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. You know, put them up there.
Like,
Oh
we
my
can just say,
God.
no, you can't travel through the black.
Boys, we got rule Britannia, Britannia rule the waves.
Oh, Britannia.
Britons never ever will be slaves.
Oh,
What?
these are schools don't have things, shootings, whatever.
Eli, you can't say that!
Oh my
Your
god.
teeth are
Brit-
yellow and
Oh my
crooked.
god. British.
Shut up.
Quote
That's a
on-
Brit.
Oh my god, is that a British quote unquote person?
Oh,
Quote.
Quote hypothetically person.
Is that
You
a
have bad
hypothetical
teeth.
British person?
A quote unquote person, a British thing.
The British thing.
What? Oh, you're one of those British things.
Yeah, this is already the
Oh my
devolving.
god.
This
This
is
is gonna
devolving.
we're getting taken down because of this, guys.
It's fine. It's fine.
It was
Don't
nice knowing
worry.
you.
No, it's
Okay,
fine.
Okay. Yeah, UK,
Nobody's getting hurt.
Pretty cool. Oh, actually, I'm gonna not comment on this one. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
What are we not commenting on?
Anyways, let's see.